Okay.
And that's what I find myself doing a lot instead of just stop. Stop.
Tell me where you're compensating.
Stop. Okay, so I started off over there. She should have brought them to me.
Okay.
But when I'm backing up, I'm starting to compensate for her.
You're,
I'm shifting.
right.
So
Are you not sure she's going to cover?
I don't know.
What I would start to do then is go a little more. That's where you want to stay and you want her to shift
Then start to park yourself a little bit more. Make that right. Because if you keep, then you can't expect her not to make the adjustment. And as a handler, start calling more. And right now, the only thing that I would have changed in that, she did a nice, controlled outrun for what the opportunity allowed. She's a little distracted by that sheep and stuff like that. Exactly what you're talking about. I think there's going to have to be maybe a whistle. Keep her checked up without breaking a voice communication, and then wait until you need something else. Set it up again, and we'll probably go to. Won't move up right away. Make yourself stand more to an advanced position, and if she's able to handle her way through it, that's just going to make her listen and work a little harder for you, okay? Well, let's just redo that start and start exactly the same thing over again, and maybe those questions will answer themselves. But the only suggestion I would make is that if she starts to check and look at other things, is just a little bit of a whistle for paying attention. Whatever works, yeah, it doesn't have to be bad, it's just a suggestion.
I can whistle, but all it is spit.
Okay.
Away. Hey.
That wasn't too bad. The sheep aren't, they're fetchy sheep, but what I think that's going to show you is that she's not going to be totally trusting. I mean, let me rephrase. It's going to make her a little bit more responsible to pay attention to her livestock. Right. Of course, it took a little longer to get to the lifting point for the fetch, right? But what that's going to force her to do is stay a little bit more in contact and, be responsible for her end of the working. Because if she's not paying attention, she's going to lose her sheep, right? And if it bothers her, she's going to, all of a sudden it might sharpen her skills a little bit too right there. So, yeah, I would force yourself to see where she's at. Right. But yeah, with sheep that come to you, why are you compensating? Well, like I said, sometimes it's forcing yourself to get to the next step. Because there's going to be a point, she's going to be to the open, you're going to have to stay more stationary.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Where's my coffee? I didn't know you needed any. I need it bad.
The only suggestion might be is Kim, in those situations, maybe trust her to cover a little bit, and if she doesn't do that, then you can push her out. Does that make sense? Because if she's just going to take off, that's got to. Does that make sense? And what's going to happen? What's her responsibility? Is she just going to try to bring him back, or is she just going to take off after them. That's just going to tell you there's something that might surface at a competition. So if those sheep, if her job is to cover them and she sees that escape, allow her to learn those skills to be responsible for covering that. Because if we keep stopping that, that may be hindering her a little bit.
Hey! Hey, stand.
I would like after your next fetch to watch that cross drive with her.
Stand.
She's a little sharper today than she's been.
She's really coming into herself.
Yeah, she's doing well.
You know how bad I want to move?
Well,
Stand. Hey, stand.
it might, you know what? She wasn't distracted that time until she got to a stopping point. She might be getting a little bit more responsible here. I think if you make her take control.
Steady. Stand. Stand. Walk. Stand. Stand. Away. Hey, away. Because I don't have the flanks in front of me, it's real hard to do the drive.
Well, you know the dog, but like I say, just
Stand. Stand. Walk. Walk. Stand. Walk. There. Hey! There. Steady. Away. Callie, away. Away. Good. There. Girl. Steady. Don't want to kick my butt. Steady. 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 Go by. Stand. What? Hey. Stand.
step off to your left just a bit, the eye right there, yeah.
Steady. Good girl.
Cue her. Good, good.
Good girl.
See, she still needs a little visual reassurance. I can see that. So always remember that little bit of blind until she gets a little farther along. Do a fence drive with her.
Steady. Steady. Hey.
Have her fetch him back.
Bring on. Dear God, I'm too lazy to walk all the way down there. Steady. Get out of that. Steady. Steady. Callie. Callie, wig.
Away. Give her a command, away.
Steady. Girl. Steady. Hey, steady up.
12 minutes.
Okay, thank you.
Get out of that. Get out of that.
I'm watching everything.
I have to do that in my too. Oh,
Hey.
So every day is 15 minutes.
he's been running
Steady up. Hey, hey, hey. Hey.
Don't run. Let her make her bring them back.
Steady. Good girl. Steady up.
In that situation,
call a friend, Tim. You want to go by
I get out, okay? And then
when you're coming
towards her, a reinforcement with the key, okay? But let's get her to a stop right here. So I right now stop to stand a little more still. Because right then and there, she still has the enthusiasm to go after the sheep, okay? That's what it's going to take. So in those situations, now what you're really looking for, what you would with your Aussies, if those sheep take off, I got to trust you to bring them back to me, right? And if she doesn't get those opportunities and start to learn that skill, then she's not going to feel as useful as she can be. So in that situation, if she's not gathering the sheep back up after an escape, practice that a little bit. So when you got to come forward, when she was taking off, I'd say, go by, get out. I want her to cover a circle, okay? So anyways, if she's not doing that correctly, then when I'm coming, then I'm reinforcing it. Hey! And all of a sudden it's going to make sense in her mind. Wow, it's no different than the outrun. I got to cover that, okay? Because you see that initial, she feels like that's what she needs to do. That's what she needs to do, but you need to do it right. So teach her a new skill with that. But yeah, she's looking pretty sharp there.